Hi, everybody. Welcome back. Welcome back to the show. We're about to kick ass. Or this is the show. We're gonna shoot my guns. Yeah. We're gonna eat a steak. And I'm gonna eat another steak. Welcome. You. Yeah. What if the show was like that? What if I was just like, yeah, everybody, welcome back to Animal Crossing, the manly show for men. We're gonna flex our muscles. We're gonna play Animal Crossing. This is for men. Yeah, instead of the more D&T show that it really is. Like, excuse me, everybody. Hello, it's good to see you. We're gonna play Animal Crossing today. Good, The fall sports season is almost here. Since my schedule doesn't allow me to participate, I expect all of you to pick up my slack. Stop leaving it on the floor, then. That wasn't a very good joke. We got some beautiful hand-drawn wallpaper in stock. These special rolls will be sold in an exclusive 1-hour sale at 12 o'clock on the 14th of September. I don't care about the 14th of September. What do I look like, the 14th of September? I'm not the 14th of September. We have a special offer there, a stunning tall lantern. There's always a wide variety of other items as well. What I say, boo? I'll tell you why. I'll tell you exactly why, Thompson Newkington. I don't want to. I will go to your shop. I absolutely will. Tall lantern. Oh, I got this tall lantern. Whoa, we're gonna see this tall. We're gonna eat a steak. I like how men think that eating a steak is a manly thing. Women can eat steaks too. I saw this tweet from a guy that was like, I'm an alpha male. Well, no, he said he was a wildly successful alpha male, and I haven't stopped thinking about that. It's making me laugh so much because I'm like, wildly successful. When you say wildly successful, do you mean only wildlife has heard of you? Because I don't know who this guy is. Ridiculous. Put the 2 tigers right there. But like, men get really worked up about this stuff. Who cares? You don't have to eat steaks to be a man. You know what I mean? But define real man. And I don't think a real man can do that. They'll say shit like, oh, a real man who shoots a gun and goes to the gym and eats steaks. And you're like, what are you talking about? Anybody can can go to the gym and eat steaks. Like, this is nonsense, Those guys always make me laugh. I think they're really funny. These wildly successful real men, Because if they were to see me, a little waif like me, they would be like, you're not a real man. And I'm like, well, biologically, I think you're incorrect. I think if you look at my birth certificate, it will tell you that I am definitely one man, And I feel like people like that are doing a real disservice to real life, because I think that they're like what do they call it? Toxic masculinity. I think that's what they are, because like what the male community really needs is a little boy like me as the figurehead of it, because they need to show that like men come in like different shapes, sizes. It's not like a one. One of those guys is just imagine a big like muscle guy. In a Speedo flexing his muscles on the beach, and he's imagine that guy go, yeah, that's a real man. That's what I am. Which is also really funny, because if you ever look at, oh hello, is this a new person? Oxford. What exactly are you doing? Are you blabbing at me? Is that a poor attempt at communication? Oh my god, looks like we got ourselves an alpha male right here. Hello. Oh, sorry, I'm a little off. I must be eating the wrong foods or something. Oh my god, Bob is playing with a football up there. Sorry, I got distracted. Anyway, I'm Oxford. Nice to meet you, bully. His catchphrase is bully. So it's you, bully. So what do you want? What's up? Guess who's having a sale? That's right, Nuke's having a big one down at the apartment store soon. I know, I live here. It's not like I'm all that big on sales anyway. You always spend too much and you can't find what you need. Watch out for sales. Once you get into a shopping frenzy, there's no way out other than spending all your money.
Don't tell me how to live my life. That's another thing. It's like a bunch of these guys are like, if you want to live your life, you gotta act like this. And you're like, well, that's pathetic. You know, you shouldn't have to listen to other silly fools. They don't know nothing, man. But yeah, I feel like a guy like me should be like front and center of the man campaign. Hi, Mitzi. You agree, right? Mitzi's on my side. What's up? No, Mitzi, no. Why do we do this all the time? Please, Mitzi. You can stay here. We'll learn. I'll show you how to play cards. You'll love it. It'll be a great time. Say something else, Mitzi. Do you need anything? Okay, that's fine. I'll do an activity for you later, Mitzi. You know, and I don't mind. I'll help you out. It's fine. That's because like these alpha males, you can't. You can rely on them for anything. They're a bunch of useless pricks. They're too like self-centered. They're always thinking about themselves, and you're like, well, you don't sound like a real man. You know, you sound like a little bitch. That's what you sound like. So yeah, I feel like I should be like the number one in the man campaign, because like people need to realize that men come in all different shapes and sizes, and there's not one size fits all for everybody. And it's silly to assume that there is, right? People are different, and some people look like me, and some people look like those big muscle heads, and that's fine, you know. I do find it really funny that a lot of these big muscle heads are a lot of these alpha males are just sitting around imagining all these big muscle heads. And like in their heads, they are part of the group, but like you're still sitting around imagining a bunch of muscle heads here, dude. You know what I mean? I mean, if that's what you're into, that's fine. Not knocking it, but you might want to get out of the house once in a while, you know. But what's really funny is that people think like they'll look at me like, you're not an alpha male. I'm like, well, first of all, what's really funny about that, but I hear that kind of terminology anyway, like alpha male, as if like one, because you know these guys who call themselves alpha males are so fucking useless and unreliable. Like they're no good. You couldn't trust them for anything. You couldn't depend on them for anything. Which is funny because they want people to depend on them, but like they're idiots. You couldn't depend on them for anything. I wouldn't trust them to hold the door open. You know, they're real characters. But like, you know, do they go out and chop their own wood? Do they go out and, you know, grow their own food? Do they go out and do that stuff? I do. You know? Like, can you really depend on them? I don't think so. Like, if there was a big zombie apocalypse tomorrow, who would you come and trust? Those fucking blabbermouths? Absolutely not. They'd be the first fuckers to get eaten. And then the problem with them is they get eaten, and then the zombies would be like, we're still hungry. We didn't consume enough brains. You know? Because they're idiots, that's what I'm saying. But that shit makes me laugh, you know? I think those guys really need to stay and chill and watch some Animal Crossing. The Andrew Tate guy, he's like, what? I don't know what made him so angry. But he has got some real problems. I don't know what his deal is. What, like, this, and he's always like, I don't hate women, and then straight after that he'll say something like really horrible about women, and you're like, sounds like you do, dude. Sounds like you don't know what's going on, you know. It's really weird how those people have got into that mindset of being really mediocre is an alpha male trait. Oh yeah, what I was gonna say was that if and little waifs like me will know this, but in the video game community, an alpha build is usually the first build, and it's usually buggy as shit, and it doesn't work. So, are we? Oh, hello. Have you found any furniture you like? I bet there's lots you've never even seen. Tried every kind to see if you have what it's right for you. I'm obsessed with furniture. It's really weird. I totally can't remember the person who sent me this letter. I'm drawing a complete blank. Sure, we've met somewhere. Life is strange. It is. So, like, you know, all these alpha males are like, yeah, we're buggy as shit and we don't work. Our graphics look awful. I'm like, Story checks out, dude. Story checks out. But I also think it's funny that they're like alpha males, and you're like, what about the rest of the alphabet? You know what I mean? If they're the alpha meals, and a guy like me is a beta meal or a beta meal. Beta? I'd say beta. You're like, you still get the rest of the alphabet to go, dude. You know, why at the beginning of the alphabet? Why not at the end of the alphabet? Like, what are you talking about? It's all nonsense. It's all like bluster, silliness. I don't like it. I think people are stupid. And every day you see more evidence to point to that, you know? This is also why I feel like I need to stay off Twitter a lot more, because Twitter and the internet is where a lot of these blustery people go to be blustery, just because it's harder to like tell them to shut the fuck up, you know? You saw this guy in a bar, you'd be like, shut the fuck up, dude, right? But on Twitter, it's a lot harder because he's not going to listen as much, you know? And I think that's the problem. On Twitter, he's also going to find a lot of silly, like-minded people who hide behind anime avatars. And again, nothing wrong with an anime avatar, but I'm like, if you are calling somebody an alpha male and then, you know, you're being a little bitch about it, you know what I mean? Who's the real alpha here? I think it's all silly anyway, you know? Just one trait of the quote-unquote alpha males is that they have to stick their oar into everything and make it known that they have something to say. They can't just, the big trait about all those guys is they can't just let people live. It has to be on their terms. They have to do it the way that they say so. That's really boring, dude. Don't tell anybody how to live their life. Nah, me saying that, does that count as telling somebody how to live their life? Possibly. But, you know, I'm such an alpha, so it doesn't matter. I'm the big dog. I'm the head of the pack. Rawr. That's my dog impression. Anyway, I kind of fucked this episode up by talking about alpha males like an idiot. I'm really sorry. I just think that it's a really silly way to look at life. It's very closed-minded. And if that's the way you think, you might want to reevaluate yourself. But I also feel like anybody sitting around watching me play Animal Crossing for 200 and something days sure as fuck doesn't think like that. You guys are cool, and I really appreciate you guys. So keep it up. Have a good wide world view. Look at everybody and everything and appreciate it for what it is. And that's it. That's my word of wisdom for today. Sorry this wasn't funny. Oops. I'll see you guys tomorrow for more Animal Crossing shenanigans. Don't be late. I'll see you then.